Beneath the bloodstained glamour of modern horror lies a figure both iconic and enigmatic. Sheri Moon Zombie, dancer, actress, designer, has become the face of a new horror movement, raw, stylized, and unapologetically twisted. But behind her wide-eyed stares and gleeful brutality on screen lies a journey few truly understand. From club stages to cult cinema, from music videos to midnight movie infamy, her evolution isn't just a career, it's a rebellion. Born Sheri Lynn Skirkis in San Jose, California, she didn't grow up dreaming of severed heads or sadistic laughter echoing through rural carnage. She dreamed of fashion, of dance, of performance. Raised on the East Coast, Sheri moved frequently throughout her youth, never quite planting roots, an instability that later fed the nomadic, feverish energy of the characters she would one day portray. After attending the Connecticut School of Broadcasting and later dabbling in design at the Los Angeles Trade Technical College, her path veered sharply, not away from the spotlight, but deeper into its shadow. It wasn't acting that found her first. It was music. More specifically, it was Rob Zombie. In the early 90s, Rob was transforming from white zombie frontman to multimedia horror maestro. Sheri, by then a standout presence in LA's alternative nightlife, became more than his muse. She was an electric force on stage, commanding attention as a dancer on tour. Her presence became so essential to Zombie's aesthetic that she choreographed and styled entire shows. She wasn't just a background performer. She was the visual pulse of Rob's hell-bent performances. And with every crowd she hypnotized, her identity began fusing with the spectacle of horror. Then came House of 1,000 Corpses. The film was years in the making, troubled, recut, almost scrapped entirely. But when it finally erupted in 2003, Sheri Moon Zombie exploded with it. As Baby Firefly, she wasn't just seductive or sinister. She was unhinged, radiant, and terrifying. Her laugh alone could curdle milk. It wasn't classical acting. It was something stranger, something more elemental. The critics didn't all know what to make of her, but horror fans did. They hadn't seen a female character like Baby Firefly before. She wasn't just eye candy or a victim. She was the predator, the trap, the nightmare wearing lip gloss and a twisted grin. But it didn't stop there. When The Devil's Rejects hit in 2005, it tore down the cartoonish curtain of its predecessor. Gritty, brutal, and nihilistic, the film was a descent into madness, and Sheri's baby was at its rotted heart. Somehow she made evil beautiful. Somehow she made us sympathize with a killer. In the motel room with the banjo, in the desert dust, she wasn't just playing a role. She was breathing it. That performance, raw and unpolished, earned her something few genre actors ever claimed: legitimacy in the eyes of the underground. But Sheri never tried to go mainstream, and that was the point. While other actors chased prestige or franchise fame, Sheri dug deeper into the niche she helped carve out. Every role was another layer peeled back. In Halloween and its sequel, Rob Zombie's controversial reimaginings of the Carpenter classic, Sheri portrayed Deborah Myers, the tormented mother of a young Michael Myers. It was a softer, more tragic performance, vulnerable, human. Yet even there, her character's fate was soaked in tragedy and madness. She brought a strange dignity to despair. Her dance on stage, the family crumbling in her hands, the suicide. She gave the Halloween mythos something it hadn't had before: a maternal ghost haunting it all. Off-screen, she was building a different kind of legacy. Sheri Moon Zombie launched her clothing line, Total Skull, blending punk rebellion with horror couture. It was DIY meets dystopia. Her designs weren't about trends, they were about attitude, aesthetics with fangs. She wasn't just selling clothing, she was broadcasting a lifestyle, and fans devoured it. In the horror world, authenticity matters, and Sheri wasn't playing a part, she was the part. But every icon faces backlash, accusations of nepotism, critics who claimed she was only on screen because she was married to the director. But what they missed was the nuance. The chemistry between Sheri and Rob wasn't just personal. It was artistic. She understood his visual language better than anyone else. Their films were grotesque operas, and Sheri was both muse and lead soprano. Directors don't put their spouses in films unless they trust them implicitly. And Rob trusted Sheri with his most fragile, most feral visions. Then came Lords of Salem, perhaps Sheri's most demanding role yet. As Heidi, the haunted DJ unraveling in a haze of addiction and witchcraft, she gave a performance that was aching and abstract. The film was divisive. It always would be. But no one could deny Sheri's commitment. She wasn't playing a villain this time. She was the victim. A descent, a transformation, a sacrifice. Alone in dark corridors, lost in memory, marked by forces she couldn't understand. It was art house horror with teeth, and Sheri's performance was the beating heart. In more recent years, she returned once more to the Firefly family in 3 from Hell. Older, wiser, still dangerous. It was a closing chapter of sorts, a farewell to the madness. And though the film didn't hit the cultural nerve like its predecessors, Sheri's presence remained magnetic. She had aged into the character. Baby wasn't just a role anymore. She was a legacy, a symbol of rebellion, of fearless femininity soaked in blood and charm. What makes Sheri Moon Zombie so compelling isn't just her look or her voice or her style. It's the fact that she never tried to be anything other than what she was. In an industry of chameleons, she chose to stay a wolf. Her performances are often polarizing, but never forgettable. She's carved a niche where she isn't just a horror actress, she's horror royalty. Sheri didn't come through the traditional Hollywood system. She built her own haunted mansion on the outskirts and invited only the bold to enter. Through every scream, every smirk, every cracked nail and blood-soaked dance, she told the world one thing: she belongs here, and so do we.